Hello my fellow Retromaniacs and welcome to Let's Read the instruction booklet for The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. So I have a little bit weird history with this game. I never owned The Legend of Zelda, even though I was a big fan of Zelda and I had Ocarina of Time for N64, but I never bought Majora's Mask. And that's mainly because, when this game came out, I was so big fan of Pokemon that I spent all my money on like Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2. And that that game was very expensive. It had like transfer pack included, even though I didn't have a Game Boy Color, so that was a total waste. And yeah, the game cost like $100, so maybe today it would be like $150. So it was very expensive, and I didn't have money for other games. So I kind of like, just because if it wasn't like Pokemon, I would probably had bought Majora's Mask, but everything was about Pokemon. I couldn't think anything else back then. Only later on I regret of not getting Majora's Mask, because it was a very good game apparently, and part of many people's childhood. And so the first time I actually played Majora's Mask was like when N64 emulation was coming. So I actually remember like early 2000s I would try Majora's Mask on emulator, but it didn't run very well and I got stuck and whatnot. So it wasn't like until maybe like 10-15 years ago I played Majora's Mask properly, but I still didn't like play it 100%. I didn't collect those masks and do all like those side quests, which apparently are the best part of the game. So I only did the main story, which is like I don't know how many percent of the whole game, so I missed a lot. So that's why I would like to play the game, stream it at some point. But it's a very long game, so I'm not sure if I'm willing to do that. And maybe I would like to play some like remastered version, or maybe it's nowadays there's like probably a PC port already. So like there's like Ship of Harkanian type of thing for Majora's Mask. I don't know if it's still out, but probably soon you can play this on your PC. So maybe that's the time when I'm gonna stream it. But yeah, let's read the manual now. I didn't own the game, so I didn't get to see the manual. Okay. Rumble Pack. In the land of Hyrule there echoes a legend held dearly by the royal family that tells of a boy who after battling evil and saving Hyrule crept away from that land that had made him a legend. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a journey, a secret and personal journey, a journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend, a friend with whom he parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny and took his place among legends. So it's quite interesting that the series is called The Legend of Zelda, but there's so many games that don't even have Zelda in it. It's like the Game Boy games, they don't have Zelda included, and this doesn't have Zelda. So it should be like The Legend of Link. And not Zelda. But whatever. Okay, I guess they're stuck with the title now. Link, several months after rescuing Princess Zelda and saving the land of Hyrule, Link set foot into the mysterious world of Termina by chance, while in the midst of a new journey. There Link heard a frightful rumor that in just 3 days the moon would fall from the heavens onto the land. Skull Kid, wearing a mystical mask, he appeared suddenly before Link. Hidden within that mask was tremendous power, a power that not even he understood. Expansion pack. Requires expansion pack. I think I got like multiple expansion packs because one you get with DK64 and I think Majora's Mask also came with expansion pack, so if you got those games you suddenly have multiple expansion packs. It would be nice if you could like always charge N64 the more you have expansion packs, so with 6 expansion packs N64 would be 6 times more faster. No. Welcome to Termina. This is a kind of parallel world that is similar to and yet different from the land of Hyrule, which was the setting for the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Termina is a mysterious place, and the people Link meets here may look vaguely familiar at first glance. Yeah, because they didn't have time to create new assets, so they just used the same assets, which was kind of like one of the reasons I didn't maybe pay attention to the game when it came out. I was like, this looks like identical, you know, the same graphics, same controls, so it's like a DLC almost. I wonder if they had gone totally different, like art style or you know, controller scheme with Majora's Mask. Maybe I would have been more interested in it, because I don't know, maybe I had played like Ocarina of Time and maybe I was a little bit like bored, because you know I think I got Ocarina of Time like in year 2000, so I was a little bit late. So you know, I wasn't ready for another big Zelda quest maybe. Clock Town rests of the heart of this world. Heading any direction from there will take you to the mysterious regions beyond. The centerpiece of Clock Town is the Clock Tower. It is the symbol of town and the center of activity, as the townsfolk are busy with preparations for the annual carnival, despite rumors that the moon will fall from the heavens in just 3 days. Okay, once again this is spoiling quite a lot. Since, you know, if you played the game without manual, you wouldn't even know about these places, because they are like, you cannot go everywhere at first. But yeah, I think you know, Majora's Mask, I could play it again, because I have not, like Ocarina of Time, I know so well that even the puzzles I can just solve immediately, but Majora's Mask, I think I've already like forgotten everything. I only like remember the Great Bay, that whatever water temple. I remember it was very annoying with all those currents, but I have kind of forgotten everything else. And you know, I didn't collect the those masks, so there's just so much content I haven't haven't played and seen, so yeah. Tattle. A slightly overbearing fairy, Tattle is always thinking of her younger brother, Navi. She will be the companion that Link will often find himself relying in this adventure. Was it ever explained why Link again has a fairy with him? You know, Navi left off, so why would Link need another fairy companion? I don't know. Epona, the faithful young horse that has journeyed Link throughout his adventures, is taken from him by Skull Kid. Will Link and Epona ever meet again? Yes, they will. Although you couldn't ride Epona as a kid, so this little bit breaks the canon thing in Ocarina of Time. The Deku tribe. The Dekus live primarily in palace surrounded by the waters that flow from Woodfall. Their king is terribly stubborn and will not permit people of other tribes to enter his palace. I like the Deku. They're a little bit scary, you know, with those black black parts of the heads and then just glowing eyes. You really can't tell if they're like enemies or good guy, even though here they are also good guys. Like Ocarina of Time, where they like shoot you. The Goron tribe. The Gorons live in the small shrine east of Snowhead and its steep mountainous peaks. Though used to harsh weather, the Gorons are in the grips of an unusually fierce cold snap. The Majora tribe. Since this tribe lives in the water, they are particularly sensitive to environmental changes. Oh my god, climate change mentioned. The songs of the Zora band, the Indigos, are popular with the people of all races. Yeah, even though they mostly use the assets from Ocarina of Time, they still had time to like create new like NPCs. So not all are taken from Ocarina of Time, which is good. Okay, then we have some simple stuff here. Basic things, name entry, yeah. Surround. Setting uses sound effects in the game to create the feeling of 3D environment. Actually sense distance and direction as you play. With the Dolby Surround sound system, you'll feel like you're right in the middle of all the action. Although I don't think this works on emulation. I'm not sure. Not that I have any Dolby Surround systems. Set targeting, yeah. If you haven't played Ocarina of Time, obviously you need to learn all this basic stuff, but I'm quite sure that 99% who bought this game had played Ocarina of Time. Or otherwise you would get quite a weird first introductory to Zelda. We were like, what the fuck is this shit? And where's Zelda? Time in the game. Time flows continuously in the game, except during conversations and when you've paused the game by pressing start. If 3 days, 72 hours pass after starting, the game will end. So be careful. However, you can play the Song of Time on the Ocarina of Time to keep the game from ending. When you play the song, Link will pass through a time vortex to return at 6 AM on the first day. If the game ends, you will have to restart from the last time you saved using the song time. Note, time in the world of Termina flows faster than you might expect. The hours seem to go by in mere minutes. Yeah, this is the main reason I don't think Majora's Mask is a better game than like Ocarina of Time or even Wind Waker, because the all constant rush. This makes this like almost like arcade game. You're just like limited with the time what you can do, and even though it like creates interesting like side quests where you have to be at certain point or talk to certain people at certain time, I just found it annoying that you have to like reset the time and then wait more, and then if you fail you have to do it all over again. And just like the constant like anxiety of running out of time and needing to reset the time. It's just I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I got anxious when playing this game just because of the time limit, which isn't really a time limit once you get the times Ocarina songs, but then it's just I like games where you have unlimited time to explore. Yeah, like I could spend so many hours on Ocarina of Time just in one area, try to discover all corners, or even so in Wind Waker. Imagine like Wind Waker having a 3-day time cycle. That would just ruin the game. So yeah, it's a good game. It has good puzzles, and interesting world, but they, I don't know, could have there been any other way to do the game without this 3-day limit? I don't know. They just wanted to have a like natural flow of time and a like very like dynamic world. So you just have to accept what they tried to do. It was quite novel as well. But not many games have done it since, because they realized that okay, not all players want to be restricted with the time limit, or not all players spend the same amount of time doing things, so some players might get like stuck because they are too slow or something. I don't know. When you play the Song of Time, your game progress will be saved as you travel back in time. However, while items you have gotten are saved, puzzles within mazes and other events you have cleared will revert to their original stages. So be careful when saving. Since Link is the only one who travels through time, the other characters in the game will not remember meeting him. When you want to save your game and quit playing, play Song of Time and wait until Dawn of the First Day appears on the screen before turning the power off. The next time you play, you can continue your game from that point. If you turn the power off without saving, you will continue from the Dawn of the First Day from the last time you saved. You can also temporarily save game progress using the interrupt save feature, explained on page 12. When life energy reaches 0... Yeah, I know that. Song of Time, they always... Spoilers. First day, second day, third day, game over. Was that the game from the... No, there are some things in the game that can be saved and some that cannot. So timing your saves is very important. Things that can be saved: masks, instruments, hookshot, songs, items, questions, notes, maps, dungeon maps, compasses. Cannot be saved: clear maze puzzles, sub-events, conversations, status, number of usable items you have, small keys, big keys, rupees. When the game opens, Link does not have the Ocarina of Time. You cannot save the game without it, but you will definitely have an opportunity to get Ocarina of Time before time runs out. Don't give up hope. The interrupt save feature. In addition to playing the Song of Time to save your game, you can also use the interrupt save feature to interrupt your game, save your current status and quit playing. Your current status, including all masks, items, conversations at the time of the day, will be temporarily saved until the next time you play. Once you continue that game, though, the saved status will be lost. So after continuing your quest, be sure to save again using the Song of Time. If you just turn off the power off without saving again, you will have to restart from the last time you saved using this. So to temporarily save your status until the next time you play, visit one of the old statues. Hit a statue with your sword if you haven't already done so. Check it. Carefully reading the instructions, place S, just interrupt your game and save your status. Wait until the title screen appears before turning the power off. Saving and quitting an owl mark will appear beside the save file on the file selection screen. When you select that file, press save button. Time of date display to continue playing, press A. Yeah, luckily with the emulators you can just have save slots. Tattle, the fairy, is your constant companion. She will teach you the weakness of your enemy and give you hints. Yeah, these are all like basic stuff from Ocarina of Time, so I don't need to read this stuff. Targeting, jet targeting. There should be like a notification that, hey, Ocarina of Time players, you can skip this part. Go to page 15 or something. Yeah, I don't think they changed anything in terms of the controls. But yeah, the soundtrack of this game is great, and I really like that they had the old Zelda Overworld theme to play in the Termina Field theme, because Ocarina of Time didn't really have the Zelda theme playing anywhere. Again, you can tell that they were just taking pictures from the TV. They're quite low quality. It's very like underexposed. So yeah, I don't know. You would imagine that, you know, they could have a N64 like developmental kit where they could like export screenshots without them like getting blurry. So I don't know. It feels like this is like all like taken through like, I don't know, maybe composite video. Just checking if there's any like secret stuff or tricks. you know, it would be quite annoying to find out that there's like some kind of a combo or trick that you didn't even find out when you played the game. I guess, you know, usually Nintendo tries to have like small tutorials, so they teach you everything you need to know, and if not, then the Navi or Tuttle will tell what to do. So they don't usually leave players like dumbstruck or stuck anywhere. Although it's quite possible to get stuck in, you know, Zelda games, especially in the puzzles. But usually it's not about like not realizing a certain control. Tingle, you silly little man. More basic functions. Jump attack, side jump, raising your shield, spin, roll attack. You can do the perform spin up after you gain magic power. It will use up magic. The masks. Now we are talking about. A variety of masks can be found throughout the game. Several of these masks can actually have the power to change Link's shape when he wears them. As Link's shape changes, he will be given new, unique abilities. When Link wears one of these masks, the power of that mask is transferred to him. He can wear these masks, but they will not change him. Wear masks often. Trying different masks into different areas of Termina is a key strategy. If you find yourself stuck in your quest, it might be a good idea to try to continue as a different character. Some people may tell you different things when you speak to them while wearing different masks. Even people who are always rude may open their hearts to you when you wear a different mask. Yeah, and there's just so many masks that in order to like check everything, it's just gonna by trial and error. If there's gonna be any like change in the reaction of NPCs, which is why when I played the game over a decade ago, I didn't care about collecting the masks, because it just takes so much time to like go through different masks, try to get a new reaction from them. I mean, sometimes you can like kind of predict what mask you're supposed to wear, but sometimes it's kind of random what will happen. But yeah, I didn't have patience for that part of the game. I just wanted to do the dungeons and beat the game. But you know, it's not like required to collect all the masks. I think if you get all the masks, then you get like super mask, which can like half the damage you get and all double the damage you inflict. But yeah, I don't think it's worth collecting everything if you're not. You can easily beat the last boss without getting those super masks. Deku Link. Use Deku flowers to fly around. Attack enemies by shooting bubbles. Magic power required. Hop across a surface of water a limited number of times. Weaknesses. It is susceptible to fire since it originates from plants. Deku Link doesn't fare well when falling from great heights. Spin circle bubble. Deku flower jump. Powering into Deku flower, Deku Link can jump into the air and fly for a short time. For speed to fly, drop deku nuts on enemies. You can also sometimes defeat enemies by simply jumping out of a deku flower. Water hopping. If you try more than 5, he will sink into the water and be returned to the spot he jumped from. Goron Link. Curl into a ball and roll around. Tilt the control while holding. After rolling, a short time of jumping off the post. Able to defeat enemies by rolling into them. Use magic. While curl, jump and pound the ground with great force, damage you only by. Use your might to let loose powerful punches. Use good timing to unleash consecutive blows. 3 stages. Because of his great girth, Goron Link can't go into deep water and can't handle falling from heights. Tremendous force. Majora Link. Move through the water and along the seafloor at will. Create a barrier of electric current. Requires magic. Attack with the 3 swift chops. Shoot arm fins at enemies for a long distance attack. Because of Majora live in water, they are susceptible to both fire and ice. One fin from each arm. Majora Link cannot perform other attacks while his fins are flying. Generate an electric current, creating a barrier around your body. Use it to defend against enemy attacks too. I don't really remember using this a lot. There's 4th form, isn't there? Wait a second. Maybe there wasn't. Yeah, I'm starting to forget things. As Link continues his quest, he will collect a wide array of items from treasure chests in mazes. Ledge of Truth. Bottles. You can carry a maximum of 6 bottles. That's, I think, 2 more than in Ocarina of Time. See items. Ocarina of Time. Same songs may not have any effect unless played in a particular place for a particular person. When Link uses masks to change shape, his instrument changes shape as well, but the effect of the song remains the same. Playing special notes. These notes will not have any particular effect on your quest, but they do allow you to play a wide range of notes. I never experienced with these things, even though I guess you know, in YouTube there are people who make like very virtuosic songs with ocarina, using the half octave and vibration and whatnot. Items. Deku Nut, Deku Stick, Bombs, Bump Shoe, Powdered Cakes. Yeah, this is a new one. The special bombs used only by Gorons are much more powerful than the standard bombs. After you set them, they will explode when the fuse burns up. Hookshot. Hero's Bow. Magic arrows. In the world of Termina, there are 3 types of magic arrows. When you shoot them, magic will be consumed. The round of magic with effect of magic arrows will be lost. Lens of Truth. See through trickery and deception to find hidden enemies or rival fake walls. Things to keep in bottles. Most liquids like spring water, potions or small items can be kept. Event items in trading sequences. The right edge of the selected item space. 3 spaces where event items will be displayed. As you use the event items you have received and pass them to someone else, you will see events unfold before your eyes. Sequence of events is called a trading sequence. To clear a trading sequence, something good will come to you in the end. Warning. Event items cannot be saved. Using the Song of Time to save your game and return to down after the first game, event items obtained in trading sequence will be lost. The memories of the characters who spoke with Link during trading events revert to their original state, so you will have to start any trading sequence over again. Pictograph box. This is the camera used to enter the boat cruise photo contest. You can take one photo at a time, but you can retake the photo at as many times as you like. Yeah, it's kinda interesting that there was like Pokemon Snap, I think released at the same year, so I wonder if they got the idea from Pokemon Snap. There are other items besides those shown here. Have fun finding them. Okay, so they are not spoiling everything, which is good for a manual. C buttons to show them to item if it's set to the C button. If it's not already set to a C button, you can press start to access select item. Set the item. Quest status. Bumper's notebook. Notice different characters he meets throughout his adventure. Conversations with and promises made to these people will be recorded automatically. Yeah, I guess I didn't really pay attention to this thing when I played the game, so you know, I wasn't interested of collecting the masks. So I kinda ignored this whole thing. Use confirm appointments and schedules. Recorded here. Use the control stick to move cursor to view the details of particular person's schedule. Link must work hard to make the troubled people of Termina happy. Characters' pictures will be displayed here. As you speak to more people who can be recorded here, the number of faces shown will increase. You can record information for a maximum 20 people. Times when you spoke to people or received items are shown. Information about the conversations of the items received are displayed here. This mark is recorded for important conversation. Blue time bars mean that you can have that conversation of any time during that period. Tasks you must perform again after saving and returning to the first day will be marked by a grey icon. When you receive an item from a person, this symbol will be shown at the time of the day you got it. This symbol will be added after you received a mask from someone. When you have solved the problems of a troubled person, this symbol will be added to the right of the character's schedule information as a proof of completion. The contents of your Bumper's notebook are saved when you use the Song of Time, but your conversations with those people are not, so you may have to repeat same tasks and conversations. Clearing mazes is one of the major objectives of the game. There are a number of different puzzles and devices hidden within each one. Once you solve these puzzles, collect the items hidden in the mazes and then defeat the bosses that lurk at the end of the areas. You will have cleared it. Yeah, compass. I think a compass is the most hated item in Zelda games. You're like, oh my god, a big chest. Yeah, what is gonna be? It's gonna be a nice, cool new item. Yeah, it's gonna be something cool. It's just compass. Yeah, they should, when you get compass, it should be guide. It should go like down. Dungeon maps. Stray fairies that you have rescued within that temple will be displayed. Yeah, there's something new was added in Majora's Mask. Stray fairies wander about temples and certain other areas. You can confirm the total number in the particular area by checking the map screen. After rescuing all of the stray fairies, you will receive some kind of reward if you take them back to the Great Fountain. The fairies' colors differ depending on where they are found, and you must take them to the fairy fountain of the same color. Finally, if you play the Song of Time to save your game, the fairies you have rescued will not be saved. If you find fairies inside bubbles, press the bubble to rescue the fairy. In most cases, fairy fountains are located near temples' entrances. So yeah, they just wanted to make something new for the dungeons. They added more collectibles. At least it's not as bad as DK64 with the collecting. Hints. This section offers a few hints that should help you in your quest. May your courage and wisdom once again bring peace to Termina. The 3 days before the moon falls, the people of Clocktown and the rest of Termina carry on with their daily routines. For instance, in preparation for the carnival, the carpenters of Clocktown work on the moon viewing platform in front of the clock tower. As the days go by, the platform grows taller and taller. As you can see, the people of Clocktown will have different actions and activities throughout 3 days. As you watch them, though, you will see that they will receive actions and relieve actions at the same time on the same day that you first saw the actions. Also, there are some stores that only open late at night and other places that will change depending on the time of the day. You will find that different things can happen at places you visited when you go back on a different day at a different time. Some stores have limited hours of operation. The person at the Stockpot Inn's reception desk changes depending on the day. Using the Song of Time wisely. Timing your use of the Song of Time is very important. If you time your saves poorly, you will find yourself having at once again solve puzzle that you may have already cleared. In particular, be sure to check to see how much time you have remaining after earning new items. Do your best to make the most of each 72-hour period. Yeah, it's not a good idea to start like a temple when you have only like 1 day left. You will get fucked before the boss fight. By playing the Song of Time, you can simultaneously travel back in time and save your game. Basic flow of the game. The game is not solely about action and battling enemies. There are many puzzles and mysteries to solve too. You will find yourself going on many small adventures to solve these mysteries. But if you keep the following tips in mind, you will surely succeed in your quest. Talk to the people you meet. You'll get hints and perhaps even help in solving puzzles. Use all your items. There are objects that can be broken only by particular items, so using items effectively is the key to solving many mysteries. Search all the places you visit. Use Link's View to get a good look at your surroundings. Tunnel hints should also be of help. Take part in many events as you can. To complete your quest, you will need certain items that you can get only by clearing particular events. The more events you participate, the more it will help you. Battling powerful enemies. As you journey, you will cross paths with a wide variety of powerful enemies that will threaten you with a wide array of powers and attacks. The most important thing is to remain calm and use set targeting. If you press up, see that'll may be able to explain your enemy's weakness. All enemies have some kind of weakness. You must figure out where to aim and what to attack with. Oh, and also use the item you got most recently. The old statues, a song of soaring. Throughout the world of Termina, you will find mysterious old statues. When you do something to one of these statues, it will change its shape. And when you play the Song of Soaring, which will you learn at some point in your quest, you will be able to warp to areas where there are old statues. As you explore the world of Termina, you will find that the Song of Soaring will allow you to travel to distant places in a matter of seconds. Owl statues also allow you to temporarily save your game. Mark your places you can warp to. Track people's schedules with the notebook. Once you receive your bumper's notebook, talk to as many people as you can to keep track of their schedules and travels. Since you can save this information, use it as a reference to help you decide when and where and how to take action. You may also be able to receive particular items at several different times of the day, so these times will be shown in blue in your notebook. Regardless of when you receive the item or icon will be displayed on each of the appropriate bars, showing that you've gotten the item. Sub-events. There is much more to the world of Termina than simply exploring mazes and battling enemies. Yeah, I should really play the game again now when I think that, you know, I just followed the main story and missed so much stuff. I think the only like sub events I did was like that this ranch mission where you shoot like balloons. Yeah, not all the sub events are, the side quests are so interesting. Really, they're just like almost like Mario Party mini games. As you journey through the land, you'll get caught up in a number of hidden sub-events that aren't directly related to completing your quest. These events will draw you deeper into the world of Termina and give you a glimpse into the lives of its inhabitants. They may even reward in ways that you do not expect. And that's everything the manual has to say. So yeah, I still regret of not buying Majora's Mask when it came out. I think I lost some childhood experience that I will not get. So it's a big regret, you know. But yeah, it's a good game, and I recommend everyone to play it if you haven't. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.